take the drugs, but it affects many others and the people that have relationships with them. You're going to see a few clips of just a few of the people and some of the parents that have been affected from this drug epidemic in South Orange County. It might seem far away from you. This is a very, very real thing, and it's happening all around here.
Today was really special. I got to plant a tree here for my son Mark, who passed away a year ago, to this horrible epidemic that's going on here in South Orange County.
He was full of life. He had so much going for him. He was funny, he was talented, he was smart, he was a DJ. He loved life. So this is devastating. Devastating.
We're all gathered here today to remember your friend, your brother, Mark.
You guys, I look at you guys and I see Mark. And that's what for us as a family, it means so much. For my sister, for us to see you guys here. You guys making good choices in your life will be his legacy.
It's not the length of time that you're here, it's what occurs within that dash that's so important. And obviously by everybody who's gathered here today, Mark had a very great life.
It's really, really tragic that there's been so many kids that have passed away from prescription drugs.
I also lost my son Eric. It's going to 17 months this month, and also to a drug overdose.
I too lost my 15-year-old son a little over 2 years ago to an accidental overdose. And I've been to like 6 funerals in this area.
I just wanted to say, I just remember Mark. I used to play football with him with a lot of other kids here. And he just always, like, wherever he went, like, everyone was happy around him. Like, he just had such a good energy.
I think I can speak for every one of Mark's friends that, like, a year's passed already, and it's just, every day it just goes by, and I don't know, it's hard to go throughout a day without thinking about him, you know? Like, Mark was the life of the party. He honestly was. Wherever he went, like, there was a smile on his face. No matter what mood you were in, I'd walk down those halls being in the worst mood ever. Mark wouldn't have to say a word. All I'd have to do is see his smile, and it's contagious.
It was a good day, a special day, and I wanted just to thank everybody that came out today to remember my son, and and bring hope and light to this problem, and hopefully we'll be able to make a difference and leave a mark.
What you're holding right now?
Both the supply of and demand for prescription drugs, we need to educate policymakers at local, state, and federal level about this problem so that we can promote policies that will help reduce it. And the bruises that you feel. Drug abuse plays a big part through law enforcement, international efforts, large governments, bureaucracies like the DEA, the law enforcement equipment industry, the legal industry, and the prison industry. This war on drugs funnels billions of dollars into a broad variety of industries and agencies that would otherwise be unable to justify their existence. Carrying that weight way too far. A new government strategy aims to cut the use of prescription painkillers by 15% in 5 years. The plan includes doctor training, promoting prescription databases in all states, and increased focus on rooting out all illegal clinics.
But my fingers catch the sparks at the thought of touching you when you're wounded.
ABC News was there for a drug bust today amid lavish homes and luxury cars. Florida doctors accused of writing a flood of prescriptions for powerful painkillers. Pierre Thomas is in Palm Beach County, Florida tonight.
Open the door, please!
South Florida, ground zero in the nation's war against prescription drug abuse.
Open the doors!
The target today, a doctor suspected of illegally prescribing thousands of powerful painkillers to patients who often have nothing wrong with them.
In this multi-million-dollar black market industry, the criminals are not street-level drug dealers, but often are doctors who live in beautiful homes like this.
In fact, Dr. Carlos Gonzalez lives in a gated community. In his driveway, a Mercedes, a Land Rover, a Bentley, and a Lamborghini. Authorities say the doctor worked at one of hundreds of so-called pain clinics that are throughout South Florida. They're also known as pill mills because people come there to get prescriptions, often no questions asked. Deaths from prescription drug overdoses are rising. 7 people each day die here in Florida, while across the country, 20,000 people a year are dying from such overdoses, according to the Centers for Disease Control. In the last decade, the number of such deaths has more than tripled.
Thousands and thousands of people come from all over the eastern seaboard to South Florida. And you'll get people come in vans, 8 or 10 at a time.
Police say at this one alleged pill mill in Fort Lauderdale, they seized thousands in cash. So how much would a so-called pill mill like this one make per day or every couple days?
This is approximately $75,000, probably 2 to 3 days worth of business.
To stem the tide, the DEA is studying patterns of prescription drug sales in hotspots like Florida, increasingly zeroing in on supposedly legit doctors who prescribe in high volume. Today, they suspended Dr. Gonzalez's license and seized his most expensive cars. Pierre Thomas, ABC News, Palm Beach County, Florida.
My name is Jody Barber. I lost my son Jared last year on January 8th. He was only 19. To lose a child before you isn't what's supposed to happen. To wake up at 3 in the morning and find our son sitting up, barely breathing on the sofa is a parent's living nightmare. My husband and I will not have the joy of watching our son grow. Jared didn't get to meet the girl of his dreams, to get married and have a family of his own. He will never get the chance to celebrate his 21st birthday. He will never experience the best years of his life. Blake lost his brother and best friend. He looked up to him in many ways. Jared reminded his younger brother several times never to start drinking or take drugs. He didn't like the fact that the drugs began to take over his life, that he was losing control. One bad choice can change your entire life. The drugs today are extremely addicting, whether it's school, a job, a relationship, bills to pay. We all have to cope with it in our daily lives. It's a natural way of living. Turning to drugs is not the answer. Jared's anxiety became worse as time went by. This was due to marijuana. It in fact made him more anxious. Now he notices that it's not helping him. So a friend says, here, take a quarter of a pill. The pill Jared took was called Opana. It was prescribed by a doctor. This pill is a very strong opiate used for terminally ill cancer patients. A drug dealer or so-called friend sells it for $60. Jared got it for free. Many teens use pills because they're depressed or think it will help them escape their problems. The truth is, drugs don't solve anything. When a drug wears off, the feelings and problems remain or become worse. Pills can ruin every aspect of a person's life. Even a quarter of a pill can be fatal, especially combined with alcohol. They start off with muscle relaxers. This leads to strong opiates. Oxycontin, Vicodin, and Opana are synthetic heroin in a pill form. They are very expensive. One pill and you're hooked. Again, one pill and you're hooked. The craving is intense and you find yourself needing more. Now because of the cost, they turn to black tar heroin. This is much cheaper. It gets to the point where they are desperate and will do anything to get it. You will either end up in jail and/or prison, and most likely death. Teens who smoke weed can become dependent upon it to feel good, deal with life, or handle stress. All we have left are our wonderful memories and the pictures and videos we took of Jared as he grew up. We are so thankful for those. I sincerely hope that the awareness I generate about the dangers of prescription drug abuse will save other families and friends from the devastating loss my family and I have experienced. At least then, something positive will have come from the death of my precious son. Remember, pills kill your dreams, your family, your life. Now everybody hold hands and repeat after me. And I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody come take my hand. We'll walk this road together through the storm. Whatever weather, cold or warm. Just let you know that you're not alone. Hola if you feel that you've been down the same road.